I just think of oppression and treating people unequally, whether it's intentional or not.
Slavery and oppression.
Racism itself is something we invented, so when you see when people are called yellow, Asian people and white people and black people, and I just think about skin color most of all, I would say, out of the word racism.
No.
I think it's just when you are you say something or do something racist without really realizing that you are.
When you do something unconsciously, such as either, I don't know, lock your doors or lock your car doors when you're driving through a sketchy neighborhood and you see black people, or when you're holding on, or when you don't, or you look away from someone just because they make you uncomfortable based on the way they look. I mean, that applies across all races, but especially when you see someone of another race that you're not comfortable with. But yeah, I think I do.
Yeah, I think I have I have a lot of friends that go to UWM, and I'm from a predominantly white area, so I guess knowing that the Milwaukee area just in general isn't as safe, and it's usually stereotyped, that it's because there's a lot of black people there, I guess. And so one night I was walking down by Bradford Beach, downtown, and I was just with my one friend, and there was this larger group of black people that were walking by, and I naturally just I got really nervous and was more concerned about something happening. It was making sure that other people were around me in case anything happened, and I didn't really realize that I was doing it, but I just naturally felt nervous, I think, because I hadn't been in those situations before.
Yeah, I think I've done it before, and just someone, say you walk into a store or something and you see I've walked into a gas station before and I see a black person or something that isn't dressed well and looks maybe a little bit unclean. I'll check for my wallet or kind of keep my distance from them without even trying. It's just something that I do.
No, not that I know of.
Okay, have you ever experienced just any kind of racism before?
Maybe once. My family and I, we were going back to visit our family down south, and we were pulled over because the cops said the car was stolen, but it wasn't. And then when we were pulled over, all of our bags were checked, and we stood on the side of the highway for 20 minutes.
Okay.
Well, at first I didn't think so, because if you're pulling someone over, you don't know what they look like inside the vehicle. But when we were actually when we were there for a while, it seemed like it was more because of race, because why would you search someone's car for a stolen car?
As a society, I think that we could stop using terms like race and things like Black Lives Matter, where it's intentional segregation between black people and white people, and valuing the lives of black people almost more than the lives of white people. Things pop up now, Police Lives Matter and things like that, and that shouldn't be. Those are intentional segregation, and it's actually furthering the divide between races and people.
I kind of think it's just exposure. I mean, I think we're, especially around this area, we're so, what's the word, segregated, I guess, that we really don't know much about other minority groups, and so we just kind of base everything off of stereotypes and things we hear on the news and stuff like that. So I think it's kind of just doing things like this and becoming more educated on it, and just becoming more aware of what it's really like.
Be aware of other cultures and their differences.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, don't encourage anything that would be racist. And I mean, I think a lot of times it's it is unintentional. You might say something or have do a microaggression where you're holding your purse or something without even realizing it. And I think maybe if it's someone you know, like a good friend that's doing that, you could just say like, hey, I don't know if you like realized that you just did this, but like, you know, it wasn't necessary and maybe they didn't realize. So that could be one way.
On an individual basis, if you're going to try to end something like this, you know, every time you catch yourself doing something unconscious, like holding onto your wallet or pulling your closer, locking your car doors, anything like that, just think twice about it and think, do I really need to do this? Is it gonna help me any more than, you know, is it gonna help me more if I lock my car doors, or is it gonna help me if I pull my kid a little bit closer to me because I see someone that makes me uncomfortable, or, you know, cracking jokes about race and stereotyping people. Catch yourself doing that and say, hey, I shouldn't do that. That's not, you know, it may be funny now, but it's just furthering segregation and racism.